You need to know this 5 offer and acceptance process when buying a property to prevent yourself getting gazumped in a purchase. I know what you newbies are thinking. What is gazumped? Gazumping occurs when an agent or seller accepts an offer you make to buy a property at an agreed price, but the property is sold to someone else. This usually happens when the vendor sells a property for a higher price. That is called gazumping. And being someone that has a passionate hate for dodgy and shady agents, I don't want you newbies to get gazumped. That's why in this TikTok, I'm going to present to you the anti-gazumping legal buying process on each state, line by line, so pay attention. First of all, if you're buying a property in New South Wales, when you're buying a property or when you make an offer on a property or you put in an expression of interest, for example, a dollar amount, it doesn't mean they're going to sell the property to you. To pay attention is when you put a deposit or EOI on a property, the agent must, in writing, put down that there's no obligation to sell the property to you. There's no obligation for you to buy the property. And also they can give you a refund if yourself or the vendor is not interested in selling it to you. Remember guys, a verbal offer doesn't mean jack, okay? The offer must be in writing and signed contract sale where you signed and the vendor also co-signed. Otherwise, you're gazumped. And remember guys, if you get gazumped, all the money you spent on inspection or pest control and whatever is not refunded, okay? However, if they accept your offer in writing, then you enter into a 5-day cooling off period. The vendor and the agent can't sell it to anyone else. If you decide to not buy the property during the 5 days due to the property having some sort of, damages, you just lose 0.25% of the property purchase. In Queensland, very similar to New South Wales, except that buyers normally have to put their offer on an actual contract and submit it to the agent. The agent can also legally shop the offers around. And also take note of this, agent must let you know that you're in a multiple offer situation, which means they are shopping it around, especially when you are asking them to clarify that. In WA, however, if you're buying a property, gazumping doesn't exist, but there is a 48-hour clause, which means if you made an offer and you couldn't come up with the finance within 48 hours, then the second offer can supersede it, provided that the seller has agreed to that. An interesting fact in WA, only 2 to 3% of properties are sold in auctions. Why? Because WA people are boring, not like Sydney, we love auctions. When you're buying a property in Victoria, just note that all Victorian properties have a 3-day mandatory cooling off period. However, this doesn't apply in auctions. Again, like New South Wales and Queensland, if you make an offer and they are to consider it and the vendor has not signed it, the agent can still gazump you. If you're buying a property in South Australia, forget about making an offer over the phone. All offers must be made in writing. After that, the agent has up to 40 hours to present it to the vendor. And the good thing about buying a property in South Australia is that if you made an offer and they accepted your offer, if within 48 hours you got cold feet and want to duck out, you can. And same like all other states, the agent can gazump you if the vendor didn't sign the contract you offered. So guys, there you have it. That is the offer and acceptance process when buying a property. Let me know what you think.